So we will do some simple examples involving the frequency response. Okay, so here the question is, consider the following system shown in the diagram. Okay, so here we have a transfer function given. Now in the system shown in the above diagram, x of t, that is the input, is equal to sin t. What will be the response y of t in the steady state? Okay, so as I told before also, the frequency response, it will be associated with the steady state part only. Okay, so we have to find out what is the output for a given transfer function and the input. Okay, and the input is sinusoidal input. That is how we know we are talking about the frequency response here. So first we will write down what are the information that is given. The first thing is the transfer function s by 1 plus s, and the input x of t is equal to sin t. Okay, now we have to find out the output y of t. Okay, so we have already discussed that if the frequency response of a system is m of j omega, okay, then the magnitude of m of j omega will be the ratio of the output amplitude to the input amplitude. And what will be the phase m of j omega? This will be the difference between the output phase, initial phase, minus initial phase of the input. Okay, so we have here in this question, we have the transfer function and we have the input. We have to find out the output. Okay, so basically if you substitute s is equal to j omega, then you will get m of j omega. So in this case you have mod of m of j omega, angle of m of j omega, and you have the input amplitude and the input initial phase. So what do you have to find? You have to find out the output amplitude and the output initial phase. Okay, now so if you substitute s is equal to j omega, then you will get m of j omega is equal to, the frequency response is equal to j omega by 1 plus j omega. Okay, now what is the magnitude? This will be equal to mod of j omega by 1 plus j omega, which is equal to omega by root over 1 plus omega square, and angle m of j omega will be equal to, the angle of j omega is 90 degrees minus angle of 1 plus j omega is tan inverse omega, right? This is the information about the frequency response. Now the input, if you take x of t, you can see that the input amplitude is equal to 1, and what is the input initial phase? This is equal to 0 degrees. Okay, so how are you doing this? You have to take this x of t is equal to sin t, you have to compare with the standard sinusoidal signal a sin omega t plus phi. Okay, so here amplitude a is 1, okay, a is 1 and phi is 0. And one more thing that you have to notice here is the frequency of the sinusoidal signal is 1, omega is equal to 1. Okay, so this is the information we have. This is omega. Now this omega you have to substitute back in the frequency response. Okay, then what will you get? This is equal to 1 by root 2, and this you will get as 90 minus tan inverse 1 is 45 degrees. So 90 minus 45 degrees is 45 degrees. Okay, so now these values that you have found out, you can substitute in this equation. So you will get mod of m of j omega at frequency 1 radian per second is 1 by root 2. This is equal to the output amplitude divided by the input amplitude is 1. So output amplitude is simply 1 by root 2. And the output initial phase you can find out from this. Okay, angle m of j omega, that is the phase of the frequency response, we have found out as 45 degrees. So this is equal to the initial phase of the output minus initial phase of the input. We have seen it is 0 degrees. So the initial phase of the output is equal to 45 degrees. Okay. So the output will have an amplitude of 1 by root 2, an initial phase of 45 degrees and a frequency of 1 radian per second. Okay. So the output y of t is equal to 1 by root t sine t plus 45 degrees. Okay. So this is on option B.